Hi, hi Taurus, sorry about that, and welcome to January 2017. Very general reading. I do my relationship reading separately, as most of you know, and you've got a bit of a complex picture, Taurus. I'll just do my best to interpret the cards. So as you leave December 2016 and move into January, you carry with you the energy of the Fool and the energy of the Hermit. So both very different cards. The Hermit card speaks about self-reflection, about accessing your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, and the Fool is the archetypal free spirit. That I do like that as a sense of hopefully many Taurus letting go of any of the difficulties that you encountered in 2016. So it's a really lovely, light, optimistic card. No longer listening to fear, which is a dog, and just sort of happily moving forward to a new beginning. So I really like that actually. And two major arcana speaks of quite big lessons you've integrated, Taurus. Now, what this reading says, for your general reading, your biggest intent for the month is probably a very financial and practical one. This Ace of Pentacles is almost as a desire for a new job. It can be new housing, building a new business, but to get something moving. The aces are gifts, so sometimes it can be a gift of money, this Ace of Pentacles, but because it's a new intention card, there seems to be a really strong drive, Taurus, to sort your financial, practical affairs out, maybe get them in better order, that sort of thing, or just to be closer to your heartfelt sort of energy, particularly because of Fool, because you're leaving with that energy. You know, maybe you've set some intentions to get a job that resonates with your soul more, who knows. What's pushing you towards this is the Star card. You've got loads of major arcana, 7. So a lot of divine lessons, divine timing, but it seems to be this Star card does need to be transparent, to be more of who you already are, Taurus. That's what I'm getting, this desire to live more according to your soul's code, that sort of thing, paired with the 7 of Discs. I pull pairings if I feel that a greater story needs to be told. And the 7 of Discs tells a story of someone who's worked really hard. You can just see it in the picture, look. But it's a sort of waiting for something. You know, it's not fully, something's not fully manifested, Taurus, but the work's been done, because look at the barren fields behind them. And there's a sense of waiting for this card, basically. So this is what's pushing you forward into, maybe some Taurus have already planted some seeds, done some work, and they're waiting to see how things are going to progress on a financial level. But also faith is pushing you, and I think for some, a desire to be more true to your own self, okay? Because that's who you are, Taurus. I know this isn't your card, but you know, you rule the earth. You rule the earth, and you rule the heart, and being authentic and being genuine. Now, what's holding you back, or what's standing in your way, is particularly maybe a bit of conflict with someone else, or other people. So this card is what's getting in the way of things moving forward for you. It could be a bit of arguing going on with other people. Sometimes this is seen as a victory card, Um, but it's victory. It comes with a really high cost, as you can see, because of what they're all covered in blood. So when I pull this card, I always think afterwards, oh gosh, you know, I got what I wanted, but was it worth it? Because the loss to my own health. It is your hindrance card. It's going to mean different things to different people. And it's the best place to have this more challenging card. It's the only challenging card you pull, Taurus. So your relationships are really interesting. Really, really bizarre. I'm going to do your love reading separately. I don't know when, sometime next week. So you pulled the 9 of Discs, which is the ultimate solitary card. But this is a happy solitary card. You can just tell. This is someone who's enjoying the fruits of their own labour, who's just enjoying being, who's happy in their own element, just fulfilled as they are. So for some Taurus, they're maybe spending either they are without relationship at the moment, or they're just desiring to spend time alone. But this is a happy solitary card. Okay, and I asked for additional guidance, and I got the 2 of Swords. So very similar. It's almost, and one other sign got this as well. This need to withdraw a little bit in January. So both very similar themes, and look out for the relationship readings. I'll be next week sometime, and it might give you additional guidance to what's going on here. But this is a happy withdrawal. It's not turbulent, it's not depressed, it's just almost a need, and maybe your need is to withdraw, to focus on different things, okay? Now you've got a very interesting money card, the High Priestess. Because the High Priestess is about trusting yourself. And this is career, finances, that sort of thing. And so it's just about trusting your own guidance, Taurus. Very interesting, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Star card in combination, which is about faith. It's also about trusting yourself. It's about trusting your intuition, any guidance, any higher guidance that you receive. It's almost you've got a bit of a... I'm looking at Fool, and I can't help seeing a relationship between all of them. It's almost something wants to happen, Taurus. You want something to be different this year, almost, and because there's so many major arcanas, and because the nature of the major arcanas, it's almost you want to move to a more, I've said it a few times, a more authentic way of being, where you're being truer to your own self, and for some Taurus, this is going to be how you live your life on a work financial basis. So how you feel, your inner fulfillment, and your spirituality card is a Chariot, and I love this here. This is about both the conscious and the unconscious mind moving in the same direction. This is about change, very swift change, and there's no conflict involved in this change, which is a bit interesting having that, isn't it, as your challenge card. Don't worry, the minor arcana are within your power to change. The big ones you've got no power to change. Which is saying to me is forward movement is going to happen. Even if there's resistance from other people, it's going to happen anyhow, because it's higher power ordained, basically. Because you're moving forward this in January at quite a high speed, and the reason I say that is the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. See it? Okay. So there's it's almost quite a clear theme in a very unclear way, because it's, and I keep going back to that Fool as you entering into the year, and that Star card, in the sense of not listening to fear anymore, wanting to be more of your very authentic, genuine self. And there could be a little bit of conflict in relationships around this, Taurus, and that's why you're choosing to go into the energy of the 9, to withdraw a little bit, because you've been asked to trust yourself, and you're moving forward. If it is going to cause conflict with others, you're still moving forward, because that's exactly what's happening in this month for you. And the outcome of the Wheel of Fortune is completely definite. I might pull another card for that 5 as I talk, but as you know, I do my relationship readings separately. But with that 9 of Dish, you're choosing to go into a bit more of a withdrawn state, and you're not the only person the only sign who's choosing that, particularly the earth signs, funnily enough, Taurus. You seem to be, okay, you get 2 5s in that area. Change, and it's change. 5s are change, but quite often change through difficulty. So, you know, for some, you could be moving to that Ace because you've had some financial pressure and conflict with someone. But you're moving forward this month, okay? My advice, trust yourself completely with that High Priestess and that Star card. Trust yourself completely. The wheel's going to turn, and if the changes you need to make are going to be in conflict with someone else, I'd still go forward with those changes, because look, they're really good. Okay? So look out for my relationship readings, and I've still got the weeklies to do. They'll be probably tomorrow. And I wish you a really good holiday, however you celebrate it, Taurus. And I love your reading. Something really heartfelt and quite big is happening this month, and I hope everyone watching it gets it. Okay, Taurus, thank you, bye.